Morning, morning, Sapadia, morning, Frizu, morning, Tron. All right, guys, I do have the risk disclosure up. I'm going to wait a few minutes here to let folks join us, and we'll go ahead and get started here shortly. Actually, I think Frizu was ahead of you, Tron. At least I got a hello from him before. Hey, Aksha, good morning. Hey, Marcelo. Hey, Niels. Yes. Thank you, Frizu, for the reminder. Yeah, if you are not already a subscriber, and I don't suspect that's the case for the list of folks here in chat, but if you are not, morning, Jerry. If you are not a subscriber and want to get reminded or notified when these kinds of sessions will take place, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. And also, if this content is beneficial for you in anticipation of the markets ahead, don't be afraid to hit the like button as well. Okay. All right. So I do have the risk disclosure up. Again, just to remind everyone here that all the content that's being published and distributed by Market Trader and its affiliates is to be treated as general information only. None of the information provided by the company or contained herein is intended as investment advice to offer, solicit, to buy, sell, recommend, endorse, sponsor any security, company, or fund. Okay. Futures trading does contain a fair amount of risk, and we should only be using risk capital. Okay. Money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle should be used for trading. Only those individuals with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Nothing contained herein, again, is a solicitation to offer, buy, sell futures, options, or Forex. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay. So now that we got the risk disclosure out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and open up the economic calendar here and close this down here for a minute. All right, economic calendar. All right, so let's filter this down here. Well, let me double confirm here that you guys can see my screen. Looks like it's okay on my end. Let's go ahead and filter out anything that's not U.S. related here. Shut some of this down here. Clear all. Close this. Go down here to U.S. and I'm going to select. All right. Look to the top here. All right. So we do have a couple of, actually a few news events here that could impact our trading.
Revolutionary technology, real world results. That's SAP Business AI.
Because today we have crude oil inventories at 10:30 Eastern this morning. All right. And then we have, prior to that, we have existing home sales at 10 a.m. Okay. Now 10 a.m. is already kind of a daily kind of time for me because of the expiration of European options, okay, that have a potential exposure to some of the markets that I trade already. So 10 a.m. is already listed as one of these times that I'm aware of, okay? So outside of the existing home sales and crude oil inventories, we do have some FOMC minutes here at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. So these times, 10, 10:30, and 2 p.m. should we should be making a note of those times, and if at all possible, well, and not only possible, I think it's wise for us to sit on the sidelines until these particular times, these news events happen, and let the market kind of digest those news events before we take on any new positions in the market. All right, or we want to be flat in general for these news events as they happen. Okay. All right. Now that we've gotten through the news, okay, let's go ahead and open up the charts. Okay, you guys can see my chart of gold. So I'm just going to pause here for a second and see if I can get some confirmation on that. If someone can confirm that they do indeed see my chart of gold side by side, I have 4R on one side and 2 on the other. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue our review here. All right, so we always start with the daily chart. Okay, again, we're trying to get a feel for what is the general direction of the market. Okay, in multiple time frames. So we're going to go ahead and look at the daily chart. Okay, so we've had a couple of days where we've had maybe a little bit of a, I guess, I don't know. Overall, I would say that I think everybody would agree that we are in an uptrend in gold on the daily. We've had a couple of days of, I guess you consider this more of a retracement, maybe a little bit of a pullback in the market. Okay, we've had wicks on both sides, maybe a little bit more rangy kind of, but overall the market has been down, right? But as far as structure, again, I can maintain this in a nice bullish channel to the upside. Okay, all right. So daily is telling us that we are in a bullish environment. 4-hour. Okay, we're on the bottom of that same channel. All right. Now, we have had a little bit of structure here that would indicate that maybe, we have a little bit of bearish activity going on. Okay. We had a new low posted here. Okay. So we're starting, a little bit of a structure drop, kind of a drop base drop kind of formation. But nonetheless, as we go from left to right, well, what is the general direction of the market? Well, it's higher. I'm just kind of looking. I'm looking a little bit at these retracements. Okay, just to get a feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a little bit, more sustained move to the downside. I'm just really kind of getting a feel for the measure here, right? So this seems a little bit more sustained move to the downside, okay, than what we've had at least prior, right? So that, I don't know whether that leads me to believe that we are going to continue to see lower prices. I'm not sure, but the fact that it is a little bit more sustained has caused me to maybe at least pause for a moment. Okay, on the overall direction, right? So overall, I would say certainly still bullish. Okay, potentially kind of challenging the bottom end of this channel here. Okay, and maybe I can adjust this a little bit. I'm kind of looking at it this way. I'm not really keen on this, honestly. So, I feel like I need to do something more like this. Okay. I'm trying to capture as much of the overall structure of this. Okay. And I want to capture as much of the bodies as I can when I draw this. Okay. I'm more focused on bodies than I am on wicks. Wicks going in and out of channels do not bother me. did not really tell me other than to say that the move was rejected. So something like this looks reasonable to me. Okay, as far as the general direction of the market. Again, we are testing the lower end of this bullish channel. All right, so 30-minute chart. So 30-minute chart. Okay, I'm going to stretch this out here a little bit so it's visible. Make it nice and wide here. Okay, I'm going to remove some of my same drawings. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's remove some of my drawings I did here. Okay, nice clean slate here. Okay, so I'm going to go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in my volume profile. Okay. My fixed range volume profile, I'm going to go ahead and locate the 830 bar from Tuesday. Okay, right about there. Okay, drag that across to the 430 bar right about here. Okay, so kind of what I was intimating a little bit on the 4-hour. It appears that sellers are in control of the market. This particular market, there's a lot of overlap. Okay, here, which doesn't make for a very kind market to be participating in. Right, the moment you think it's going to go higher, you get slammed and back into a range. So this price action is not really conducive to what we're trying to accomplish here. Right, we want to get involved in opportunities that trend for a bit. Okay, so this makes for very challenging trading here. All right, so nonetheless, we trade the markets we have, not the markets we desire. Right, so in any case, we are, the bears appear to be in control of the market. We do remain above this 233-day EMA, right? We are below VWAP, and as long as we remain below VWAP, we have to give, more credence, to the bears. Now, should we close above VWAP? Okay, should we close above VWAP? Then it opens the door for price to get up to this supply area, and ultimately up to settlement from yesterday. All right. We are seeing some activity as we speak, right, where we are getting some indications that potentially maybe some buyers are stepping into this market, right? We're a good 12 minutes away from this candle closing. Now, for me, again, even though I am coming off of EMA here, I would like to see if price can get above and close above VWAP, and maybe potentially some of this structure before I would be, embracing 100% a potential long here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up ADR and see where we stand there. Okay, average daily range, and see where these levels live. Okay, all right. So looks like not only did we come off of an EMA here, but we also came off an average daily range level, right? So we have average daily range right here at looks like 24. I'm gonna call it 2408, right? So ADR low at 2408. Okay, it looks like we reacted away from it. All right, so again, a little indication that maybe we've found some buyers at these levels. We're seeing some buyers in the current candle that's being developed. All right, so ADR high is where is it? ADR high is up here at 2442.8. 2442.8. Settlement price is 2425. 24. Okay, so settlement 2425.9. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open up the initial balance range since we're about 20 minutes into the market. So this is the initial balance range. So price got to the lower end of the initial balance and looks like it's found some buyers, sorry. All right. And that's really the intention of this initial balance range is to create the marketplace. Okay. Where are my buyers? Where are my buyers? Where are my sellers? Well, as they explore this range, the market makers located some buyers here at 24.14. Okay, bottom end of the range, right? And now it's kind of exploring to see where their sellers. Don't have a huge wick up on top here, right? Right now we got where it looks like appears that we've been getting some buying pressure here on the lower end. All right, we're going to turn off ADR. And I'm going to turn on ASR. All right, so we have ASR that has been exceeded here. Looks like it's what was that 24? Let's call it 2418.9 on the low end. Okay, 2418.9, and then on the upper end we have 2441.6. Okay. So these are some areas that I will be paying attention to. All right. So again, some general some hypos. All right, would be like I mentioned before. Right, I would entertain potentially a long in gold, assuming that we can get price to close above VWAP and potentially above this structure here. Okay. That would offer an opportunity back to settlement price or value area. Let's see, horizontal array here, right here at this is value area low, right? So there's an opportunity for price to come back to this level, right? Before I see any sort of potential significant rejection, right? Now, if I'm of the bearish view, then I would probably want to wait, okay, up until price does get up to these levels around settlement and value area low for an opportunity for a, I guess, I don't know, continuation of the current move that we're seeing right now, right? So something like this, right? Price comes up to this area here. Price comes up to this area here and gets rejected, right? So that's kind of my area for sell. Okay. Again, if price does close inside value, then we have potential value area acceptance all the way to the other side of value. Should price come up to this level up here at 24.41, or maybe even value area high, that might be another area for potential sells as well. Okay. So let's look here. All VWAP play here. Akshath. Yeah. I think right now it's been, VWAP has kind of been the reference level of choice here. Okay. But honestly, these opportunities have been great, right? Because every time it's been rejected off of VWAP, it gave us a little bit of a push, but immediately after the closing of that 30-minute bar, you got a reversal candle going the opposite way. So very rangy, very difficult to participate in anything sustained in one direction. Okay, right now, as you mentioned, VWAP tends to be the reference level that is being respected at the moment, but it's about to be challenged. Okay, we do seem to have some rejection away from some areas that we care about, right? Average daily range coming off of the 233-day EMA. If we can get closure of price above, we may be on to something higher that would continue higher potentially. All right. Otherwise, we'll maybe continue to see more of the same, which is not particularly great for trading. All right. Okay, so let's see. I think that's all I have to say for for gold. So let's go ahead and move on to the crude oil market. Okay, crude oil market. We're 5 minutes away from the open here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and open this up here, and open this up higher. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off some of these indications. I don't particularly care when I'm doing kind of a macro view of the market. I'm not really too keen on seeing too much in the way of lines or anything on the chart. Okay, I feel like they affect my view. All right, so here we are. Right, we are kind of hovering around this 233-day EMA. Okay, on in crude oil, right? Not making super enrons away from it, right? One test, two tests, three tests, four tests, a breach below, fifth test, sixth test. Okay, so at some point, the feeling at least is that this area eventually is not going to find the buyers to keep price above this level, right? At some point, they're going to exhaust, the exhaust the buying, okay, resources here, right? And eventually, we will see what we're already kind of in, okay, potential continuation of a move lower, right? Now, the longer we can't, break this level, eventually buyers are going to have enough resources to take price back up. All right. So yeah, so we're kind of at an interesting level here, around 78, 77, and 77 and 3/4 in the crude oil market. All right. So daily, I don't know, down to rangy, I guess, but overall it's, I would say, bearish. Okay. Looking at the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart, we're below, okay, this EMA. All right. Right, hovering below it, and now we're kind of coming back to see the measure or evaluate the conviction of the institution or set of institutions that were interested at the 77 at the 7650 77 level. All right. All right. So yeah, so again, not really super impressive trending. Okay. Price action that we're seeing, I think of late, this is right. So this is what I would be drawing here, right? We're in a bearish channel, right? Potentially in a larger bullish swing, right? We're kind of trying to locate buyers in this market, and really we haven't really found anyone or any groups that has been able to kind of create any sort of imbalances that would cause the market to go higher. Okay, we'll go ahead and open up the 30-minute chart. Okay, so what the 30-minute chart has to say. All right, so we're going to stretch this out here. Okay, again, this is kind of almost looks like the gold market inverted. All right. I'm not sure. I probably need to adjust this channel here. For now, I'm going to go ahead and remove it. All right. But I can see here that I'm moving from right to left. I'm moving down. Okay. So if I'm moving down, then I should be looking for areas to participate in a continued down move. Right. So let's open up fixed range volume profile, and let's locate the 9 o'clock bar from Tuesday, drag that across to the 1330 bar, and here we are below value. We've already reacted away from value area low. You see how it came up here twice, once reacted away from it, came back with a little bit more vigor and reacted away from it. Okay. So value area low has already served as, kind of a reference level for a continuation. Now it appears that we might be developing a little bit of structure here on the bottom, right, of the range, not in white, but in green. All right. I do see that we're starting to make We haven't been able to make a new low in the market. Okay, we are currently testing VWAP, right? We're currently below it. But if price maintains this, okay, then maybe it offers us a reference level for an area where we can manage our risk. Okay, let's go ahead and open up ADR here. ADR is not here. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Okay, so ADR level again. No magic here, right? Where did price stop? Well, it stopped at an ADR at the ADR low. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start to identify these areas. So ADR. So we got ADR low is, what is this? ADR low is 77.40. 77.40. We got ADR high. ADR high. High at looks like 79. 79. And then we have settlement price at 78.66. 78.66. Okay, I got settlement at 78.66. Okay, 78.66. And then let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and open up initial balance because the market just opened here. So we're starting to establish our range. Looks like they found some sellers around here at the just at the edge of VWAP. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close off ADR here for a second and open up ASR. All right, so we have some new ranges here. So we got 78.54, 78.54 on the ASR high, and then we have ASR low at 77.26. 77.26. All right. So now that we have our levels, what can we do with this market? Well, first of all, we need to be aware of that there is news today, right? So there's news that's going to be coming into this market in about an hour and a half. Okay. So any trades that I take, well, I'm going to have a little bit of a time-based stop. I would say maybe up to 15 minutes before the news event, if I'm going to entertain any sort of trade there. Okay. That I need to flatten my trade regardless of what position, regardless of whether it's a winning trade or not. I will not hold the trade into EIA. Okay. All right. So that's one consideration. Right now, we are at an area, as I mentioned, right, where we are reversing off of what is this? ASR. Okay. We are at a demand zone. Question is, well, will this hold? Okay. If this holds, right, if this ASR level holds and we start to get some price action to indicate that it is holding, right, then maybe we have a potential of a trade that will lead us back up to some of these tops. Okay. Back up to the EMA, back up to settlement price. Now, if this does not hold and we get a close below, well, then some of these same levels that I'm identifying as supportive could be an area where I would like to participate in a continuation trade lower. Right? Okay. But for me to participate in a trade lower, personally, I would like to have price, come up to an area, say like a 30-minute supply area. Okay. This area right here could offer me a location, right? To support that trade. Not only that, it's also around a reference level, right? A reference level in value area low that would allow me to participate and manage my risk. Okay. So those are just a few scenarios that I'm going to be taking a look at. I'm going to be, I would say, relatively light in crude oil leading up to the market, okay, or leading up to the news event. And then I'm going to wait for the news event to see what opportunities present themselves after the news event is out. Let's take a peek here. All right. Not going to go into trying to understand why your EMA is different than mine, other than to say my EMA is 233 days, Akshat. I don't know. I don't understand why your EMA would arrive at a different total than mine. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and save this away. We're going to go ahead now into the equity markets. So we're going to go ahead and select my equity template. Okay. So my equity template, I'm going to go ahead and open up the daily chart. Okay. Well, the day is telling us what we already know, right? We're continuing to head higher. Okay. Head higher in this market, right? There doesn't seem to have any pause to the current move. I think had maybe intimated that maybe we were starting to see a little bit of momentum, kind of, the steam in this move. We're starting to see a little bit of a rounding up on the top here. We have a currently developing doji kind of like candle here, but there's still a fair amount of time remaining in this market. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off here. Right, so we are above some structure to the upside. We came back to test that same structure, to test the conviction of some of these people, and they said yes, we are committed, and we continue to hit higher in the NASDAQ on the daily. All right, 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. Okay, we're going to turn off initial balance here for a second. This little lack of momentum, or maybe losing a little bit of steam, is probably a little bit more indicative here in the 4-hour chart than it is on the daily. Right, we are starting to see price kind of range a little bit more before it heads higher, range a little bit more before it heads higher, range a little bit more before it heads higher. Right, it's not as strong as what we've been seeing in this area here. Okay, right, we're seeing more of this kind of behavior, grinding kind of prices heading higher. All right, 30-minute chart. Okay, so overnight really didn't offer us much. We've been hanging around settlement price. We got to a place down here where we found a demand zone right over to the left, and we responded away from it. Again, indication that there are buyers there's still very much buyers in this market. Okay, we are currently above VWAP, and this area up here is an area of supply. All right, this area of supply that could offer a continuation of selling. Right, price reacting away, continue respecting this area. Okay, so right now we're kind of in the middle. Right, we made a new low. Right, we came into an area of demand and reversed away from it. We've yet to make a serious new high. Okay, we've kind of respected this area above. So until this new area is broken, then maybe that will create a scenario where we make maybe a move lower. Okay, maybe we see something like this. Okay, we come up to this level and come back down to some of these folks down here. Right, if I get a new high, well, then I use this same level as an area to support my longs. Right, I wait for a retracement to come in and go long. Okay, those are kind of my two scenarios that I see there. Let's go ahead and open up a fixed range volume profile. I'm going to locate I'm going to speed this up process here a little bit up because we have Tuesday. All right, we're going to move that over to 1330. Here we are. So we are inside value, about 20 minutes away from the open of the market. Okay, inside value indicates ranging price action. Prices being in balance. We have a balance of buyers and sellers. Right, everybody is happy with these levels at the moment. Okay, so we'll have to wait, and see what the market has to offer. Once we open, we can take a look at initial months, among other things. Right now, it seems to want to react away from this level here and potentially want to head lower. That's just kind of reading straight candle action. All right. Right. So, having, price continue this way with a stop above this level view that market is going to continue lower. All right. What else? We're going to go ahead and open up ADR. ADR is well above us. We're kind of in the middle of that range. Right? The ideal place would be, well, we have the other thing I was going to mention here is we have value area high in the vicinity, right? So as long as value area high is not broken, right, then this could be served as a reference level and as well as the supply zone to support a trade lower. Okay, we have point of control lower, right? Point of control has not followed suit, right? If higher prices was being I would say accepted, then we would expect point of control maybe to be a little bit on the higher end. Okay, volume to support this. Okay, so far it has not. All right. Let's see. So let's go ahead and start calling out these levels. So we got ADR high here at, what is this? ADR high here at 18,887.50, 18,887.50. We got ADR low at 18,709, or let's say 18,708.25. ADR low 18,708, 708.50. And then we got a settlement price. Settlement is 18,799.25. Okay. And then we're gonna turn this off here for a second. We're gonna open up initial balance, and we're gonna go ahead and we didn't want to open initial balance. I wanted to open up ASR. Okay, so ASR we have. Okay, so this is a zone that I had drawn here. No, ASR looks like we've already exceeded ASR. Okay. So we got 18,775, 18,775.75. Okay, and then ASR low is 18,596.50, 18,596.50. All right. Now we're going to have to wait and see once we get the official open to see if these levels get adjusted. Okay, these is in particular these ASR levels. Okay, these ASR levels may adjust once we get the open of the NASDAQ session here. Okay, all right. So hypos. Well, right now we've already talked about one bearish hypo. Right, we're up against value area high for a potential move to the downside. If I'm a buyer, well, I need to look for reference levels on the lower side for opportunities. Okay. So, maybe we can look and see an opportunity down here. Maybe not so much. Yeah, I'm going to go turn this off here because maybe down here around the ADR exhaustion zone would offer me an opportunity to go long in the market. EMA would also offer me an opportunity to go long in the market. We have value area low could also offer me an opportunity for a long in the market. Right now, I'm not really keen on buying at the top. I'm more looking to see maybe if there's an opportunity for me to fade what I'm seeing here. Right, I'm up against this supply area, and I want to see if maybe there might be some continuation move to the downside in this market. Not to say that it cannot break, and if it does, then I need to change my view. Right, if I get a close above VWAP and it breaks above this structure here, then I have to change my view and look to have maybe price head over to the ADR high level. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and see if there's any comment here, bounced off previous resistance. Okay. Can I open EMA settings? Not at the moment, Akshath. I do need to get through a couple of markets. But again, the EMA is default EMA. All right. It's a default EMA that I pulled. Once I get through the markets, if I have a moment here, I will. But I need to get through a couple of markets before the close here, before 6:30. So let me go ahead and do that, and we'll review that maybe at the tail end of the session. All right. So let's go ahead and let's look at the ES here. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go quickly to the daily. Okay, view of the daily. Okay, so this one looks a little bit more like I was losing momentum kind of feel to it, right? Go ahead and turn some of this off here. Right. So here we are kind of grinding, right? A lot more overlapping candles we've had in the past. Okay. Indicating that maybe the market is tiring a little bit to the upside, but still very much up. Okay. But it could be tight. All right. Again, this is just kind of a review of the candles that I'm seeing here. Okay. For our chart. For our chart, similar kind of thing, kind of ranging price action, not really committed to one direction or the other, you know, down, up, down, not really offering much in the way of trend, all right, of late, okay? 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart, I'm going to go ahead and start to open up the fixed range volume profile here and get a feel for where we are. Okay, we're going to go ahead and locate the 930 bar. Okay, so that's it right there. Drag that across to the 1330 bar. Okay, and just like NASDAQ, we are inside value from yesterday. So if we open inside value, well, that's an indication that we could be in for ranging price action. We are below VWAP. We are below settlement. We could see a continuation to the downside. Okay, this is very much in the cards until we get to maybe a point here. Maybe value area low could offer us an area. Could go ahead and open up ADR. ADR could offer us a location to support. Right now we have to look, and as long as we stay below VWAP, we have to kind of lean a little bit to the bearish side, okay, in the market. We also have settlement price above us. That could be an area that could serve as a reference level to support a short, right? So now I'm looking for bearish opportunities. Okay, let's go ahead and call out these levels. So we have ADR high here at, what is that? 53. What is that? 53, 62.50. 53, 62.50. 53, 62, 62.50. Okay, ADR low. ADR low here is at 52.24. No, 53.24.50. 53.24.50. 53.24.50. Okay, and then settlement is 53.45. 53.45.25. Okay, and we're gonna head turn off this and turn on this. All right, so ASR, which as I mentioned, is probably going to be adjusted here, but we'll call it out here. We have ASR at 53, 53, 43, 75. Okay, and then we have ASR low here at 53.05, 53.05, 05.50. All right. These levels, these ASR levels, again, will need to be revisited once we have the market open. They could adjust some, right? This is kind of what we're looking at. We've already talked about a few hypos, so I'm not going to go into that right now. I would say that the bearish hypos are the ones that I'm going to be looking at least initially. Okay, because of the fact that we are below VWAP. All right. Now, if we start to develop maybe some, looks like we are developing a little bit of structure here around point of control. Looks like maybe there are some folks that want to, gather here to see if maybe they can push the market higher. But for me to participate in a higher move, I need to see price break and close above VWAP. All right. All right. So let's take a look at the last market, and the last market of the session is the YM. Okay. All right. So again, daily chart really quickly. We're going to look at, again, a little bit stronger view on bearish activity, right? We're starting to see what looks like, what appears to be a kind of a topping pattern, right? We're at these ranges. We have a bearish engulfing. We have a break of structure here to the downside. We have a developing bearish candle, right? So this, to me, Dow appears a little bit more ominous to me as far as further price action to the upside, because I am starting to see that maybe this channel that has been in on is starting to lose some strength. Okay, so for our chart telling us similar kinds of things. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off here. So we have a break of structure to the downside, came back up, tested the conviction of those same people, and what happened? It continued. All right. So this is very much looking like that it wants to head down. Okay. On the 4-hour chart, 30-minute chart. Okay. I'm going to stretch this out here. We are below this EMA, right? That I guess has been called out question wise on the accuracy. All right. We'll take a look at that here in a minute, but we did have price close below it, right? It came back, tested it, and got rejected again. Now we're, coming into a level, maybe a demand level that is starting to create here in YM. All right, so let's go ahead and open up the fixed range volume profile, see where that places us. So we're going to locate the 930 bar, drag that across 1330 bar. So this, unlike the others, right? NASDAQ and ES, we were in range. Well, YM is below value, right? So indications that the bears are kind of in control of the market right now. We're about 7 minutes away from the open of the market. We'll have to see whether it rallies inside value. But for now, again, our view has to be to the short side, kind of like what we were saying on the ES. So any move back up to, say, let's see here if I can control this. It's going to be too big. So any move back up to VWAP might offer us up an opportunity. We're already at a level now with the EMAs. Okay. Me personally would like to sell strength. Okay. I'd like to see rally, a little bit of a retracement, a rally back up to VWAP in order for me to participate in a continuation move to the downside. All right. So let's take a look at ADR. All right. So ADR, we're coming close to, let's see, what's this top here? 4124 is on the top side. So ADR high, 4124. Okay. ADR low is, looks like it, let's see here, 39. Let's call it 39,860. 39,860. We have settlement at close to a psychological number of 40,000. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and turn off ADR and open up ASR. And we have 4106 to the top side, 4106. And then on the bottom side, we have 39,822. 39,822. 39,822. All right. Separate this with a line here. Okay. So that is ASR. But again, guys, I'm gonna look at this again in about 5 minutes to see if I need to make any sort of adjustment. Okay. So right now, again, my initial view of this is that we need to look for opportunities to the bearish side. Okay. Settlement price could offer us a nice level. Value area high could offer us a nice level. If I'm bullish, well, I need to look more down to, kind of ASR low, right? To offer me an opportunity to long. Maybe if I can get price to close above VWAP, that would also close above EMA. That may offer me an opportunity as well. All right. So I'm going to take a look and see if there's any comments here. I'm gonna take a peek here at offer a view to Akshath on my settings. Okay, on EMA here. All right. Again, like I did not modify this in any sort of way. I just took whatever was default, and the only item that I modified was this 233 number. Okay. Everything else I did not change. All right. All right. So that's on record. So let's take a look here. All right. I think, guys, that's it for me. Again, don't be afraid to hit the like button on your way out. If you're not a subscriber and you resonate with the kind of analysis and view and how I review the markets in preparation for the markets, don't be afraid to subscribe so you get notified when I do come online. Otherwise, I would encourage you, especially the crude oil traders, to be patient. Okay, wait for the news to happen. Let the news digest, I guess. Let the market digest the news, and then look for some opportunities. All right. So looks like PL is heading lower in the next few weeks. Okay. PL, we're talking palladium, platinum, I guess is what you're saying. Okay. All right. So again, trade well, trade safe, trade like a pro, trade like a market trader, guys. All right. Have a great session. I'll see some of you in group coaching later this afternoon. If not, if I don't see you in any of those locations, then I'll look forward to seeing all of you guys tomorrow. Again, don't be afraid to hit the like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Yeah, and I think that is it for me, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a fantastic trading session. All right. Talk to you guys soon.